can support them too, because I have the largest business district, but I also have the largest crime district too. So we got to work on those things, and together we will.
We will.
Um, Bishop,
Hmm?
and she was talking about stepping outside the walls
Mhm.
and having people come, not wanting to come to you, but you going out to them.
Right.
You've again seen and done this in Bennettsville area. How effective was that doing having that plan?
Well, I think it was very effective. I feel like that if a church closes its doors and the community doesn't feel it, you really weren't a part of that community. And so my whole mindset in Bennettsville, as well as here, is to get in the community and start being an answer to the problems that are out there. And hearing that the district that our church is in is definitely one of the higher businesses pieces, but also highest crime, then it says, well, we got to do something. So that means let's do some community rallies. Let's have an outdoor service. Let's do well. We just did a community baptism a few weeks or so ago. Let's do it again. Let's try to touch them where they are, because they may never walk in this door. Prayerfully they will, but they may never. So I'll walk towards their doors, and we'll do street prayer walks, and all those kind of things we got planned to do in our district, so that we can be an answer to this community. Not the answer, but an answer.
And I think that's also another thing. I think some people feel as though even now, with you having a response, that's the end all to be all. But it sounds like it takes a lot of work.
I still fully believe it takes a village. They say it'll take a village to raise a child. I think it'll take the entire city to raise the city. It's going to be not just Councilwoman LaShonda. It's going to be every other council person putting their energy towards something positive together and not splitting. Anytime you're splitting your energies, you're not going to be effective with changing anything. I mean, you may change something, but not to the degree that's necessary and needed to have effective, measurable changes that can happen in a city. It's going to take all of us.
And you probably was just like me just now when you heard Councilwoman LaShonda say that the largest business and largest crime.
Mhm.
It's almost like, I don't know, for me, it was just like,
Wow. Right. Yeah. I heard it say, I thought, wow.
right.
Yeah, District 1.
Because I don't think that's something that people can truly grasp until you hear it.
Mhm.
And to have heard that, just like you said, I mean, what's your now immediate thought about that?
Well, one, that can't be. Well, the business side, absolutely. We want that. The crime side, absolutely not. Um, I'm shocked, but I'm even more fueled to do something about that. It's like, oh yeah, no, we got to change that.
Oh, yeah.
It can't be not in the area that I'm a part of. Now, whatever in other places, but here, that won't be. The next time you hear her say that, within a few months to a year or so, that won't be the testimony. We're going to change that.
And I want to piggyback off of what Bishop said. It takes a village to raise a child, but we also know it takes a church to raise a village. And so we have to, that's where it starts, and that's why we're going out and we're doing this, and hopefully changing the mindset of these folks in our communities. We have to do that. It is unacceptable what I just said. The largest business district for the highest crime, that is so unacceptable and not on my watch. So we definitely working together. Like I said, our initiatives should kind of help with this, but making sure that we put all our resources into revitalizing our communities is a big thing for me. We just did the demos. We just passed a harsher resolution for these people who own properties. We need them to understand they have to maintain their properties within our communities, because it becomes a haven for those running from crime. So we have to make sure that their grass are cut, maintained at all times where people can't hide and elude from the police. So all of those are my priorities. Public safety, of course, is my top priority, but making sure that our seniors feel secure, because we have a lot of seniors in these areas where these high crimes are. They live there. They've been living there for years. They own their homes. The crime has come from the rentals. You know what I mean? So we have to kind of control that a little bit and make sure we are being intentional in what we're doing. So one of the things I said about my initiatives were they are intentional initiatives to work towards our problems.
I know there's been a lot of revitalization, different things going on with the city. The city council has passed, and do you feel like some areas are getting more attention?
I feel that we have had many neglected areas. And as District 1 representative, I'm making sure that District 1 gets what they have not been getting for the last 20-some plus years, and that is attention. That is making sure that we are maintaining these neighborhoods because they haven't been maintained. We need the infrastructure, but of course it takes money, and we're having to find the funds to get it done because of this current administration taking away so many resources, and they don't understand it also takes away hope. But with these intentional initiatives
Right.
and what we're doing, it brings back hope to everyone, and I think that's what's missing in our communities: hope and love.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to bring those back, and that's being intentional.
And either one of you feel free to answer this. It's a lot of people that they're going to hear what you're saying, but why should they feel like, hey, I should invest my money, or I should move into this area, or I should go and maybe buy this house to revitalize and set it up to where somebody can buy it? What do you want to tell them as to why they should do it?
We have opportunities here in the city of Florence. We have wonderful opportunities. We have the battery plant. We have a lot of construction and infrastructure going on here. So Florence is growing, but we do have some issues that we have to address along the way. We do have growing pains. We heard of those. So just making sure that we address those and being intentional by us doing this, it's going to be a safer place for everybody to want to come. They're going to be begging to come to the city of Florence. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They're going to be begging to come here.
I believe it.
We're going to have it going on. We're going to be intentional. Well, they're definitely going to be begging to be in District 1. But we want to make sure that the city of Florence is a place for everyone. And again, we are growing. And we have so many good things coming. We have the Publix coming soon. So we have so many good things coming in this area. I mean, we right here close to I-95 and 20, which is also in District 1. So there's so many good things about Florence that people will be crazy. I mean, Florence is truly a hidden gem.
Yeah. I think people tend to accentuate the negative without ever looking at the positive. And typically, you'll have more of the naysayers talking louder than the yay-sayers who are not saying much of anything, although they see and know that positive piece. Florence is a great city. It's why we moved our church from Bennettsville here, because we understood the greatness and the potential that's sitting right here in the hidden gem called Florence, South Carolina. So I would tell them, yeah, you do need to come. You do need to move. School system, great. Business opportunities, great. Infrastructure, great. Why not? Why not move here, right? So that's what I would say. I also want to say, not necessarily to that question, I think the majority of the people who are committing those crimes, they're not bad people. Now, you're going to have some folk who are just whoever, but the majority of them who are committing crimes, they're not bad at all. They just need hope, and they just need love. And if we can offer hope and love, I feel like we'll see a big shift in the majority of the crime.
And guidance. They need guidance, and that is the one thing that I believe that you will provide for them. Is
Absolutely.
that guidance?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
One of the things that the mayor said yesterday, she wanted to reach out to some of the, like the people, like the gang leaders, the drug dealers, and different things like that that may have a voice that sometimes people in the community, community leaders or elected leaders may not get into the ear of.
Hmm.
How do you, either one of you feel about those comments?
Absolutely. You, I mean, if you go to the source, you don't, if you keep cutting off flowers and never digging up the root, then you're not going to get anything accomplished. It may slow down, it may not be seen for a while, but if we don't talk to the root, then those flowers are going to grow right back up again. So, speaking to those young men or young women, I don't like using those other words, but speaking to those young men and those young women, and I think giving them the hope, love, and guidance that we can give them, I mean, it'll change. Now, I might get in trouble for this, but if they're leading an organization like that, that means they're entrepreneurial. So all we have to do now is just kind of turn their hammer from it being something destructive to something constructive.
You say that, but I say it all the time. Those are the biggest entrepreneurs in our community. I mean, they deal with product, payroll, HR. They do it all. So imagine if they can direct that energy from a negative, illegal product to a legal product. And sometimes we waste our energy in doing something so negative. If we took that same energy and it turned into something positive, you wouldn't imagine what we could really do. And I think
An
those,
opportunity.
yeah,
They need opportunity.
yeah, and there's
So
lack of that right now.
if I go to the bank to attempt to open up a business and I'm turned down because of the color of my skin or maybe even my credit score, then what do you leave me to?
Right.
You leave me to absolutely nothing. So
Right.
then opportunity is needed and necessary for everybody,
Right.
not just a certain amount of people, because someone else can go in there that
Mhm.
doesn't look like me and can get a loan for a business or get a loan for the house, whatever. It kind of just,
Yeah.
we need opportunity.
Yeah, and we need balance. We need equality. That's the thing. We should not be discriminated because we look a certain way, and that is one of the things that cause folks to go the opposite direction.
Mhm.
Because when they're trying to go the straight and narrow, y'all won't let them. You know what I'm saying? You won't let me go the straight and narrow. So
Right.
now it's all about going the other way, which is a negative way and harms so many people around you. It harms the entire community.
Yes, ma'am. Agreed.
Um, is there anything that I didn't get to touch on that you all wanted to add? Either one of you?
Listen, 1125 West Evans Street, shameless plug, is a spot where you all need to come. It's not your grandmama's church.
It is not.
It's not
It
your-
is definitely not.
It's not your grandma's church. We fully believe in our guiding principles. Glad, we give, we honor, we love, we have accountability, and we believe in development. Uh, you need guidance, come here. You need love, come here. You need community, come here. You need family, come here. You definitely need God, come here.
And if you need hope, come here. I just want to let everybody know out there in District 1, I am your advocate. I will be advocating for our community to be safe, for you to feel like you can walk out of your home safely, for you to feel like you do have opportunities, and for you to really see your community looking better and more well maintained. As your representative, I will ensure that.
One more thing, Councilwoman. What do you want to say to the business owners that do have like the clubs? Because one of the things I talked to the owner of Culture. She was like, it's not a club.
It's not.
Other things
Yep.
there.
It's an
and
event place.
People just look at it as, or think of it as a club. I think one of the buildings used to be a club, but she owns like 10 acres.
Right.
And number of things that she has going on. She was telling me about some things with the Clemson extension,
Right.
and the 4-H with kids.
Yep.
What do you want to say to some of the other business owners that have stuff that may just only focus on their business? What do you want? What would you say to them?
We need your support within the community. Please, if you see something, say something as well. All the businesses in District 1, please feel free to reach out to me. I want to see how I can become a resource, how we can support your business, make sure that your business is prospering. If there's any resources or tools that we have, I definitely want to find them for you, because we want your business to thrive in the city of Florence. Businesses make up about 99%. Small businesses, again, make up about 99% of our economy. So we want to make sure that you guys have the resources and tools you need to be successful. And we want you to start working outside of our community. Help the community, because they're helping you as well. You know what I mean? They're patronizing you. They're supporting you. We need your support back, if you can.
Anything else you know? All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to make sure I got everything across that I wanted to say to the people. Did I forget anything, everybody?
No, and when you made me kind of realize, that's why I asked that last question, because it just, like I said, it resonated with me, because I'm trying to do a story with Miss Casey, because she's out there trying to do stuff, but now I can tell she kind of sounded almost defeated a